Hey guys, welcome to Minakai. Today we're ranking the top 10 best older woman and younger man romance movies in 2019. So, if you like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. Number 1. Purity Falls, 2019.
In the neighborhood working for you.
Landscaping isn't the only service that the boys provide.
Duty calls. You might be interested in hiring me to work for you.
The women.
After the sudden and tragic death of her husband, Nicole decides her family needs a fresh start. She packs up her athletic and popular teenage children, Jason and his sister Justine, and moves them to the seemingly perfect luxury housing community of Purity Falls. The transition initially goes smoothly until Nicole meets their charismatic neighbor Karen. Karen is the self-appointed neighborhood expert, a woman who organizes everything from neighborhood parties to job opportunities for local youth. Sensing Jason's vulnerability and need for a father figure or purpose, Karen invites him to join. Number 2. Sleeping with My Student, 2019.
This is a fresh start. New school, new friends, for both of us.
Have you seen the new girl? She's the principal's daughter.
Hey, what's your name?
Bree.
Kathy Sullivan, a dedicated and highly respected high school principal, decides to relax during a much-needed vacation. While on vacation, she meets Ian, a charming and charismatic young man. The two strike up a brief but romance over the break, which Kathy views as a harmless escape from her professional life and her responsibilities as a single mother to her teenage daughter, Bree. However, the vacation fantasy quickly turns into a nightmare when Kathy returns to work. On the first day of the new semester, she is shocked to learn that Ian has moved to her town and enrolled at her school. What Kathy initially believes to be a coincidence soon reveals itself to be a premeditated and predatory move. Number 3. Counsel, 2019. A suspenseful legal drama that explores the blurring lines between professional ethics and personal desires. Olivia is a formidable and alpha female lawyer at the peak of her career in Northern Ireland's competitive legal circuit. Known for her sharp wit and uncompromising courtroom demeanor, Olivia's life is defined by control and precision. However, her carefully constructed world begins to unravel when she takes on a new case involving a charismatic and mysterious client. Despite her years of experience and the strict boundaries her profession demands, Olivia finds herself drawn to a familiar and complex attraction. As she falls for the man she is supposed to be defending, the power dynamics shift. Number 4. Before the Dawn, 2019.
Yeah, I'll show you some of the local hotspots.
Slow love, you see.
A complex and often dangerous intersection between professional ethics and personal longing. This story follows Lila Kendi, a young and idealistic high school teacher who has just moved to a new town to start a new life. Lila is dedicated to her work and eager to make a difference in her students' lives. But her world is turned upside down when she meets Jason Walk. Jason is a handsome but deeply troubled student, struggling to find his way in life. Unlike his friends, Jason develops a deep emotional connection with Lila. What begins as a sincere attempt to mentor a student in need quickly develops into a magnetic and forbidden attraction. As they spend more time together, the professional boundaries that define Lila's life begin to blur. Number 5. Mother, 2019.
Corre, Iván, corre. Vamos, que corres muy bien, lo vas a hacer muy bien, ¿vale? Tienes que correr todo lo rápido que puedas, ¿me estás oyendo?
In the eyes of the world, Mara is the perfect picture of success. But when his only son, Nemanja, is lost forever, all those achievements are nothing but ashes. How can a mother breathe when her world stops beating in a coffin? Seeking answers about her son's death is the reason Mara approached Milan. But this much younger man was more than just a friend of his late son. He is the key that opens the forbidden door within the Mara. Behind the sadness, there is an emotion that shouldn't be there. Mara has been living under a rigid mask of tranquility, but the silence after Nemanja's death suffocated him, until finally, he finds an escape in the most unexpected place. Number 6. Gold Digger, 2019.
To tell you all, I've met someone.
We're not ready to order now.
Oh no, this is Benjamin.
Our 60-year-old mother is getting laid more than both of us.
Explores the complexities of love, family dynamics, and the blurring boundaries of trust. The story centers on Julia Day, a wealthy woman who has spent her life putting the needs of others before her own. On her 60th birthday, feeling isolated after a bitter divorce and the breakdown of her family, she meets Benjamin Green, a charismatic and handsome man 30 years her junior. As Julia and Benjamin embark on a passionate romance, the narrative explores whether their relationship is a genuine case of love without limits or something far more contrived. The relationship sends shockwaves through Julia's 3 adult children, Patrick, Della, and Leo, who soon become suspicious of Benjamin's motives. Number 7. I Was, I Am, I Will Be, 2019.
My friend, Mario.
König in der Lüfte.
Der König der schlechten Komplimente.
Set against the stark contrast of Turkey's sun-drenched beaches and Germany's structured urban landscape, this is a profound exploration of love, identity, and the transactional nature of human relationships. The story follows Marion, a fiercely independent and stoic German pilot who secretly struggles with a serious health diagnosis. While vacationing in Marmaris, Turkey, she meets Baron, a charismatic young Kurdish mercenary who dreams of a better life in Europe. Unlike typical holiday romances, their relationship begins with a pragmatic, life-changing agreement. Baran asks Marion to take him to Germany, and in a moment of uncharacteristic impulsiveness, or perhaps a silent rebellion against his own mortality, he finds himself. Number 8. Queen of Hearts, 2019.
Gustav. Gustav flytter ned til os. Er så hans familie nu? Det er vi da hele tiden med.
Han hatar mig.
An accomplished and dedicated lawyer specializing in representing child and adolescent victims of abuse. Her life seems perfect. She lives in a stunning modern house in the woods with her husband, Peter, and their twin daughters. However, the balance of their home life is disrupted when Gustav, Peter's estranged and troubled son from a previous marriage, moves in. What begins as Anne's attempt to guide and provide a stable environment for the rebellious Gustav soon turns into something far more. Driven by a complex mix of midlife angst and a desire for power, Anne begins an emotional relationship with her teenage stepson. Number 9. Mrs. Fletcher, 2019.
You do it! Moments in your life when you made a choice, knowing that
Brain off and think about opening up to new things.
In a poignant, empathetic, and often provocative limited series, Eve Fletcher is a divorced woman experiencing a profound midlife transition. After sending her only son off to college, Eve finds herself in an empty nest that feels more like a blank slate than a lonely void. Upon returning home, Eve begins to explore her identity beyond motherhood. She develops an attraction to adult websites online and begins experimenting with her fantasies and social life in ways she's never allowed herself to before. This journey leads her to a creative writing class where she confronts her own desires and the complexities of modern gender politics. Number 10. The Painted Bird, 2019.
Isus bral na siebie wsie griechy mira.
Set in the bleak and unforgiving conditions of Eastern Europe during World War II, this emotionally moving masterpiece explores the darkest sides of human nature. It tells the story of a Jewish boy, Joska, who is sent by his parents to live with his foster mother for his safety. However, when his foster mother dies unexpectedly, the boy is forced to wander alone in a world steeped in madness, superstition, and cruelty. The boy wanders from village to village, encountering a series of characters, including Marta and Alla Olga. Instead of finding refuge, he becomes a witness and victim of unspeakable cruelty. He is seen as an outsider, a painted bird among a flock that refuses to accept him.